Something incredible is happening in the world of archaeology. An AI has started to decode the last untranslated hieroglyphs of the ancient Egyptians, and the information it's uncovering is mind-blowing. This isn't just about pharaohs and tombs. It's about a hidden history of science and wisdom that was meant to be kept secret forever. More than just translation. Fast forward to today, and a revolution is quietly sweeping through Egyptology, powered by something truly mind-bending: artificial intelligence. You see, this isn't about replacing human experts. It's about giving them superpowers. Imagine an expert who can read and analyze thousands of texts in mere seconds, spotting patterns and connections that would take a human a lifetime to discover. This is the promise, and now, the reality of AI in decoding ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. It's a leap forward as significant as the discovery of the Rosetta Stone itself, and it's happening right now. One of the most recent and astounding developments is the Manetho app, developed by Egyptian firm Dark Pyramid. This application is nothing short of a digital gateway to Egypt's pharaonic past. It functions as the world's first real-time hieroglyphic translator, powered by artificial intelligence. With a simple scan from a smartphone, anyone from tourists marveling at ancient monuments to seasoned Egyptologists in the field can get instant translations and historical context. This isn't just a basic word-for-word swap. It provides comprehensive information in nearly every modern language, including Arabic, English, French, Chinese, and Japanese. This real-time capability means that the voices of ancient Egypt, silent for thousands of years, are now speaking directly to us, right in the palm of our hands. It's truly a wow factor, a direct line to history previously impossible. The thing nobody tells you is just how challenging this task truly is. Traditional AI platforms like some mainstream chatbots failed when confronted with hieroglyphs. Their datasets weren't designed for the intricate, often ambiguous nature of ancient scripts. Hieroglyphs are not a simple alphabet. They combine phonetic signs, logograms, which are symbols representing entire words, and determinatives, which are symbols that clarify meaning without being pronounced. On top of that, the language evolved over 3,000 years, and there were different scripts for different purposes, like the formal hieroglyphs for monuments and the cursive-like hieratic script for everyday documents. This complexity requires an AI trained on vast, specialized datasets. Ahmed El-Kholi, CEO of Dark Pyramid, and his team understood this deeply. They painstakingly built a custom AI model by translating foundational texts like the pyramid texts and religious inscriptions from scratch, working closely with Egyptology experts. This collaborative approach, marrying human expertise with AI's analytical power, is what made Manetho possible. Another groundbreaking project demonstrating the raw power of AI involves the decipherment of the Herculaneum scrolls. These nearly 2,000-year-old texts were carbonized and buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, making them unreadable to the human eye. To put it mildly, they were literally charred lumps of ancient knowledge. Yet, AI researchers Youssef Nader and Julian Schilliger, alongside digital archaeologists, used AI to virtually unroll and read these fragile scrolls. This isn't hieroglyphics, but it showcases AI's ability to extract information from the most damaged and inaccessible artifacts, a method that holds immense promise for other ancient languages and scripts, including further nuances in Egyptian texts. The fact that AI can read what was once thought permanently lost is a testament to its revolutionary impact. The ability of AI to tackle this complex language is rooted in its capacity for pattern recognition and machine learning. While Champollion had a few dozen hieroglyphs on the Rosetta Stone to work with, modern AI can process thousands, even millions, of inscribed symbols from countless artifacts. It can identify recurring glyphs, understand their context, and even predict missing sections with startling accuracy. This capacity to process huge quantities of data, a task far beyond human capability, is what allows AI to accelerate decipherment and reveal connections that were once too subtle for even the most brilliant minds to grasp. This rapid data processing is a game changer, fundamentally altering the pace of discovery. Many people are crazy about the idea of unlocking ancient secrets, and AI is finally delivering on that promise in ways we couldn't have imagined a few decades ago. It's not just about simple translation, but about reconstructing the grammar, syntax, and even the subtle cultural meanings embedded within the ancient script. This deeper understanding could reshape our perception of ancient Egyptian society, their beliefs, and their daily lives. The insights gained from AI decoding could even confirm or challenge long-held theories about their advanced knowledge. From medicine to engineering, the potential for rewriting significant portions of our historical narratives is immense. The most shocking fact is that these AI systems are not only helping with translating existing visible hieroglyphs, but also with deciphering degraded inscriptions on ancient coffins and monuments. Researchers are using hyperspectral imaging in combination with deep convolutional neural networks to recognize and classify hieroglyphs that are barely visible or even completely obscured to the human eye. This technology can see subtle traces of ink or carving that have faded over millennia, revealing texts that were previously considered lost forever. Imagine finding new historical documents on artifacts thought to have given up all their secrets. This represents a profound shift in how archaeology and Egyptology will be conducted moving forward. This is more than just academic progress. It has practical implications too. For instance, the Clio platform developed by Helene Wilbrink uses AI and image recognition to allow searches across over 45,000 ancient Egyptian objects from various international museum collections. This means researchers can now connect disparate pieces of information, find similar artifacts, and create a more holistic picture of ancient Egypt than ever before. It's like having a universal index for every Egyptian artifact on Earth. And you can see this everywhere, from apps for tourists to advanced research platforms for scholars. The promise of uncovering more incredible details about ancient life is on the horizon. But how exactly does this incredible AI learn a language dead for thousands of years? The deep learning difference. The process of teaching an artificial intelligence system to understand and translate hieroglyphs is a marvel of modern computer science, akin to an alchemist turning base data into golden knowledge. Unlike the human decipherers who spent years immersed in fragments of texts, comparing symbols and drawing inferences, AI employs complex algorithms, primarily deep learning neural networks. These networks are designed to mimic the way the human brain processes information, identifying intricate patterns within vast datasets. But not all things are what they seem. And this is far from a simple task. An AI doesn't just read a language. It has to be taught very carefully how to see, understand, and connect symbols in a way that makes sense. At its core, teaching AI hieroglyphs involves feeding it enormous amounts of data. This data includes thousands upon thousands of hieroglyphic inscriptions, accompanied by their known translations. This might sound straightforward, but it's where the real challenge begins. Ancient Egyptian script wasn't standardized in the way modern languages are. There were variations in writing styles, regional differences, and the artistic interpretations of scribes. A hieroglyph for a bird might be carved in exquisite detail on a royal tomb, but look like a quick sketch on a worker's note. To put it mildly, it was a messy data problem. The AI needs to learn to recognize a hieroglyph regardless of whether it's perfectly carved in a temple, hastily scribbled on a papyrus, or partially damaged over 4 millennia. This is a level of visual flexibility that is incredibly difficult to program. One critical technique is image recognition. Convolutional neural networks, or CNNs, are particularly adept at this. Researchers trained CNNs on image datasets of hieroglyphs, teaching the AI to identify individual symbols. Think of it like a child learning to recognize different animals. First, they see a picture of a cat and are told cat. Then they see another cat and another in different poses and colors until they can identify any cat. Similarly, the AI sees countless examples of, say, the hieroglyph for owl or water, and learns to categorize them even with significant visual noise or degradation. The goal is a robust system that can spot a hieroglyph, no matter its condition or artistic rendering. This is crucial for working with real-world ancient artifacts, which are almost never in perfect condition. Once individual symbols can be recognized, the next step is understanding their linguistic context. This is where the complexity truly amplifies. Hieroglyphs are not just pictures. They can represent sounds like letters in an alphabet, known as phonograms, whole words known as logograms, or simply give clues about the category of a word, known as determinatives. For instance, an owl could be the letter M, or it could be part of a word depicting an owl, or it could be a determinative indicating a bird. A picture of legs might mean the sound B, or it could mean the word to walk. The AI must learn to interpret these functions based on the surrounding glyphs and the overall structure of the text. This requires advanced natural language processing techniques, adapted for a language structure far different from modern English or Spanish. The process often involves sequence-to-sequence models, similar to those used in modern language translation, like Google Translate. These models take a sequence of hieroglyphs as input and generate a sequence of translated words as output. They learn the grammatical rules, vocabulary, and subtle semantic connections by analyzing how words and phrases are arranged in known previously translated texts. What many overlooked is that these systems can even learn to infer missing information or resolve ambiguities, much like a human expert might guess the meaning of a faded word based on context. This predictive power is one of AI's greatest strengths in this field. The most shocking fact is that AI can help correct past human errors or limitations. Even after Champollion's brilliant work, many aspects of hieroglyphic interpretation remained debated or uncertain. AI, by processing a scale of data no human could, can cross-reference countless occurrences of a glyph or phrase, providing statistical certainty to interpretations. It can identify patterns that human intuition might miss, offering new perspectives on grammatical structures or even the evolution of the language over thousands of years. This isn't just about speed. It's about uncovering entirely new layers of understanding. An AI can prove, with data, that a certain phrase was almost exclusively used in funerary texts from a specific dynasty, helping to refine our entire understanding of that period's religious beliefs. Consider the challenge of fragmented texts. Many ancient Egyptian inscriptions are incomplete, damaged by time, weather, or human activity. AI models can use what they have learned from complete texts to predict what might be missing from fragments. If a particular sequence of hieroglyphs often appears before a specific royal name, for example, the AI can suggest that name if the preceding sequence is found on a damaged artifact. This ability to fill in the blanks while still requiring human verification drastically accelerates the reconstruction of ancient documents. This is a game changer for preserving and understanding our shared past, turning piles of broken pottery into readable sentences. Beyond simple translation, AI is also being used to categorize and cross-reference artifacts. Platforms like Clio use AI to enable researchers to search museum collections by image, text, or location. This means an Egyptologist studying a particular type of funerary text can instantly find every similar text across dozens of international museums, irrespective of how they were cataloged by humans. This level of interconnected data was unimaginable just a few years ago. It allows for macro-level analysis, revealing trends in religious practices, political rhetoric, or artistic styles across vast periods of time and geographical areas. The AI can essentially build a family tree of artifacts, connecting pieces that have been separated by continents and centuries. The journey of unlocking these ancient voices is only just beginning. But what incredible, unexpected truths are these speaking scrolls and stones revealing about the world of the pharaohs? The hidden depths of ancient wisdom. The digital Rosetta Stone, powered by artificial intelligence, is doing more than just translating words. It is resurrecting entire fields of forgotten knowledge. The initial findings are already mind-blowing, offering glimpses into ancient Egyptian life and thought that were previously inaccessible or misunderstood. Many people are crazy about these discoveries, and rightly so. These machines are pulling back the curtain on aspects of ancient Egypt far beyond the Grand Pyramids and majestic pharaohs, revealing a civilization that was, in many ways, just as complex as our own. One of the most profound revelations comes from the tomb of Tetnebefu, a royal physician from 4,000 years ago. AI decoded his hieroglyphs, uncovering medical practices that completely shatter our existing understanding of ancient healing. The AI revealed that Tetnebefu held rare titles never before seen, suggesting a level of medical specialization and secrecy we hadn't imagined. His knowledge blended what we would consider cutting-edge medical procedures with spiritual rituals in ways that modern science is only beginning to understand. For instance, detailed descriptions of anatomical procedures, plant-based remedies with specific dosages, and surgical instruments have emerged from texts previously deemed too obscure or fragmented to fully interpret. The AI connected these descriptions to known medical documents like the Ebers Papyrus, but also found unique information that goes far beyond it, hinting at a whole other level of medical science. The most shocking fact is the evidence that this advanced healing knowledge was deliberately kept secret from ordinary people. This suggests a hierarchical structure, not just in power, but in the distribution of crucial information, creating a closed circle of highly trained individuals. What ancient medical mysteries were these royal physicians truly hiding? The AI's ability to cross-reference texts from various sources helps confirm this deliberate compartmentalization of knowledge. We are talking about medical understanding centuries, even millennia, ahead of its time, guarded zealously by an elite group. The texts speak of concepts that sound eerily similar to modern ideas about contagion and public health, all carefully documented and kept within the palace walls. This kind of insight changes our perception of ancient Egyptian intellectual capabilities from impressive to truly extraordinary. Furthermore, AI is helping to decode crucial insights into the techniques used for pyramid construction. For a long time, the building of the Great Pyramid, standing at over 480 feet tall and weighing 6 million tons, has been a topic of intense speculation, even conspiracy theories. Current theories about the construction process often lack solid records or comprehensive documentation, leaving massive gaps in our understanding. However, AI can sift through masses of hieroglyphs, including administrative texts, workers' journals, and quarry inscriptions, to bring forth information on tools, logistics, and worker organization that were once hidden in plain sight. The thing nobody tells you is how subtle these clues can be. It's not often a direct blueprint, but rather scattered references across hundreds of different documents. AI's capacity to connect these tiny, seemingly unrelated pieces of data is what makes it so powerful. It can find patterns in how workforces were organized, how materials were transported over vast distances, sometimes hundreds of miles, and even details about the ramps and lever systems used to lift stone blocks weighing several tons. For example, AI might find repeated patterns in how specific types of stone were ordered, transported from quarries like Aswan, located more than 500 miles away, and then cataloged upon arrival at the Giza Plateau. This granular data, when aggregated by AI, paints a much clearer picture of the incredible engineering feats involved. The recent discovery of the diary of Merer, a foreman who worked on the Great Pyramid, provided a treasure trove of this kind of data, and AI is helping to connect his daily entries to other logistical records, creating a day-by-day simulation of the construction process. Another area where AI is making monumental strides is in unlocking the full depths of ancient Egyptian spirituality, especially within texts like the Book of the Dead. This significant collection of spells and prayers guided souls through the afterlife. While much of it has been translated, the subtle nuances, regional variations, and potential hidden meanings within complex hieroglyphic formulations have always been a challenge. AI can analyze these variations, comparing hundreds of different versions of the same spell to identify subtle shifts in meaning, forgotten rituals, or even revive the names and roles of lesser-known deities. It's like finding new chapters in a sacred book, revealing a richer, more vibrant spiritual landscape. For example, by comparing different versions of the weighing of the heart ceremony, AI can track how the concept of morality evolved over centuries, from a simple ritual to a complex system of ethics. You see, these technologies are revealing that ancient Egyptians were far more sophisticated and nuanced than many modern interpretations have allowed, from their intricate legal systems to their astronomical observations. From their daily life rituals to their profound philosophical insights, AI is providing a level of detail that brings these long-lost aspects to life. For example, AI has helped identify previously unknown astronomical alignments within temple inscriptions, suggesting a more precise understanding of celestial mechanics than previously attributed to them. These alignments, often overlooked due to their subtle nature or the sheer volume of surrounding text, are now being brought to light by algorithmic scrutiny. The application of AI also extends to preserving and understanding damaged texts that even the best human efforts couldn't fully restore. Consider papyri that have crumbled into thousands of tiny fragments. AI, using advanced image recognition and textual reconstruction algorithms, can digitally piece together these fragments, much like a super smart jigsaw puzzle solver, but on an infinitely more complex scale. It can identify edges, match writing styles, and even predict the content of missing pieces based on linguistic models. This means texts once thought irretrievably lost are being virtually resurrected, offering new sources of primary information like personal letters, tax records, or even love poems from ordinary people. What we are witnessing is a paradigm shift, a moment where the distant past is suddenly within our grasp. But if AI is so powerful, how does it handle the controversies and ambiguities that still surround these ancient scripts? The human-AI partnership. Even with the incredible capabilities of artificial intelligence, the world of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs is not without its controversies and lingering ambiguities. The thing nobody tells you is that historical interpretation is rarely black and white, and ancient languages with their unique cultural contexts present endless shades of gray. However, AI is not simply a definitive answer machine. It's a powerful tool that helps navigate these complex waters, often by providing data-driven insights that can either support or challenge long-held theories, and even debunk popular myths. It's not about giving us all the answers, but about giving us better questions and the evidence to pursue them. One major area of debate centers around the phonetic values and semantic meanings of certain hieroglyphs. While the Rosetta Stone provided a foundational understanding, many glyphs have multiple possible readings depending on context, or their exact pronunciation remains speculative. AI, by analyzing countless occurrences of a problematic glyph across vast corpora of texts, can identify statistical probabilities for its meaning and pronunciation in different contexts. This doesn't eliminate all ambiguity, but it provides quantitative evidence that human scholars can use to refine their interpretations. For example, if a specific glyph appears 90% of the time with a particular phonetic value in a certain type of religious text, AI can highlight this, steering human researchers towards more probable readings. This data-driven approach moves the debate from pure speculation to a discussion based on statistical evidence. Many people are crazy about the idea that AI might uncover something radically different from our current understanding, perhaps even proving wild theories about aliens building the pyramids. To put it mildly, while AI is unearthing astounding facts, it's firmly grounded in linguistic and archaeological data. It works within the existing framework of Egyptology, albeit expanding it dramatically. The debunking myths aspect often comes from providing concrete evidence that contradicts popular, unsubstantiated claims. For instance, detailed logistics of stone movement derived from AI-assisted textual analysis can systematically dismantle theories of impossible construction techniques. The data points towards human ingenuity and immense organizational skill, not extraterrestrial intervention. It shows us exactly how a society without modern machinery could achieve such wonders. What many overlooked is the crucial role of the human-AI partnership. AI is not working in isolation. It acts as an advanced assistant, a hyper-efficient data analyst. Egyptologists, with their deep contextual understanding, cultural knowledge, and intuitive grasp of ancient thought, are still essential. They provide the initial training data, validate the AI's findings, and direct its research. For instance, if the AI flags an unusual translation or recurring pattern, it's the human expert who determines its significance, its historical context, and whether it represents a new discovery or a statistical anomaly. This symbiotic relationship ensures both accuracy and meaningful interpretation. The AI provides the what, and the human provides the why. Consider the variability of ancient Egyptian writing itself. The language evolved over thousands of years, from Old Egyptian to Middle Egyptian, Late Egyptian, Demotic, and finally Coptic. Styles of hieroglyphs also varied between different eras and regions. AI systems are being trained to recognize these stylistic differences, allowing for more precise dating of texts and artifacts. This capability is like having a digital fingerprint expert for every ancient inscription, offering insights into the chronology of events and the development of the language that were previously difficult to ascertain manually. The most shocking fact is that AI can differentiate between the hand of different scribes, even in texts thousands of years old, identifying subtle individual quirks that might indicate authorship or school of thought. This can help trace the spread of ideas from one temple school to another. Another fascinating application involves the reconstruction of historical narratives. Ancient Egyptian history is complex, with periods of strong central rule interspersed with times of fragmentation and multiple ruling dynasties. Often, historical records are biased, incomplete, or even contradictory. AI can cross-reference royal annals, private tomb inscriptions, temple decrees, and official state documents to build a more coherent and comprehensive timeline. By identifying consistencies and discrepancies across vast datasets, AI helps historians piece together a more accurate picture of political events, economic shifts, and social structures. This helps to resolve historical disputes by providing a broader evidential base. For instance, it can help settle debates about the exact length of a pharaoh's reign by cross-referencing every known date stamp from their time. AI is rewriting history. What other ancient secrets are waiting to be unlocked? Are we prepared for the truths they might reveal about our own world? Let us know below. Like and subscribe.